As packed as September was, October looks to somehow, someway, offer even more. Big open world blockbusters, the return of multiple renowned franchises, a brand new extraction shooter that could give the big players a run for their money, and much more await. And that's not even accounting for the horror titles, arriving just in time for Halloween season. Without further ado, here are the 20 biggest games to look forward to in October 2025. Ghosts of Yotei. Easily the biggest game of the month and certainly a contender for Game of the Year, but that's to be expected. Sucker Punch Productions' skill for creating engaging open worlds is on full display once more as Atsu scours Ezo for revenge against the Yotei 6. There's more variety and less repetition, while the combat system has been expanded to include more weapons, fresh mechanics like disarming enemies and throwing weapons into their imminent carcasses, and a wolf that occasionally helps out. In a year where Sony desperately needs some PS5 exclusives, Ghost of Yotei looks to be an incredible showcase for the console when it launches on October 2nd. Battlefield 6. About 4 years ago, the Battlefield franchise suffered a slump that few thought it could ever recover from. But here we are with Battlefield 6, a combined effort between DICE, Ripple Effect, Criterion, and Motive Studio, which could take the series to new heights of success. The return of an epic globe-hopping campaign is already fantastic, but even the multiplayer with its classes, weapon feel, and grounded atmosphere have us excited. Even Portal and the new Battle Royale don't look too shabby. Launching on October 10th, Battlefield 5 will be available for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Pokemon Legends ZA. Game Freak's latest Pokemon title also marks the series' debut on Nintendo Switch 2 alongside the original Switch, but it goes even further by taking place in a single city. As a new trainer in Lumio City, it's your job to investigate the strange outbreak of rogue mega-evolved Pokemon, while having their wishes granted in the ZA Royale. Between new Pokemon and Mega Evolutions, a free-for-all competitive mode called Battle Club, and much more, Pokemon Legends ZA is certainly shaping up well. It's out on October 16th for Switch 1 and 2. The Outer Worlds 2. For a game that goes bigger and deeper than the original, with an overhaul to skills and flaws alongside much larger planets and a third-person perspective, The Outer Worlds 2 certainly feels like the underdog heading into October. Maybe it's the sheer range of other big-name sequels to look forward to, but the new, more serious story, which still packs moments of dark levity, looks intriguing, and there's plenty of room for more niche playstyles. Whether you're a team player or a solo operative intent on killing all NPCs, The Outer Worlds 2 could satisfy that role-playing fix when it launches on October 29th for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Digimon Story: Time Stranger. 7 years after Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory, a new entry in the Digimon story, is finally upon us with Time Stranger. Launching on October 3rd for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC, it was actually announced way back in December of 2017 and offers a brand new story with time travel elements. Following an incident that would change the world, the player, as part of a mysterious organization, ventures back in time to try to prevent it. On top of over 450 Digimon to collect, players travel to Iliad in the Digimon world and attempt to unravel what's going on. Will it end up overshadowed by Pokemon Legends ZA or stand out all the more? We'll find out in the coming days. Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2. Super Mario Galaxy has returned, and thankfully it isn't part of a compilation that's available only for a limited time. This time, Nintendo Switch players can experience each title in the series for $39.99 separately, or for $69.99 in a bundle. Switch 2 owners can play both games at 4K courtesy of a free update. And there are new features like more storybook chapters, amiibo support, and assist mode. These are more like re-releases than remasters, but if you've ever wanted to play two of the best 3D platformers ever made, they may be worth checking out on October 2nd. Arc Raiders. As if it isn't competing for time with all the other big releases, Embark Studios' Arc Raiders is sandwiched between two AAA shooters, with Battlefield this month and Call of Duty in the next. Nevertheless, if the response has proven anything, it's that it may very well hold its own. Launching with 4 maps with different conditions and challenging foes, the extraction shooter packs Embark's sleek shooting with a distinct post-apocalyptic atmosphere. Between mastering different skills, competing quests, taking a shot at the leaderboards, or trying to understand the world as a whole, Arc Raiders promises a lot, and we can't wait to dive in when it launches on October 30th for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Little Nightmares 3. The heavyweight survival horror titles are already out, but there's still Little Nightmares 3 to look forward to ahead of Halloween. Set in the Spiral, the story follows Lo and Alone as they attempt to escape its hellish landscape. Between towering monsters, sentient puppets, and other horrors, it's a tall task, but each packs unique tools like arrows and a wrench for puzzle solving and self-defense. And while couch co-op isn't supported, there is a Friends Pass, meaning another player can join in without owning the game. All the better to spread the terror when Little Nightmares 3 launches on October 10th for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, PC, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2. Keeper. You never truly guess what Double Fine Productions will pump out next, and Keeper, out on October 17th for Xbox Series X and S and PC, is truly unique. You control, of all things, a sentient lighthouse that ventures across the world to learn more about its purpose. Between encountering other strange entities in a worldless narrative and the trippy visuals, it's certainly shaping up to be an adventure unlike any other. Jurassic World Evolution 3. You kinda know what you're getting with any Frontier Developments management sim, and Jurassic Park Evolution 3 is no exception. The usual campaign, sandbox, and challenge modes return, but there are over 80 species, each with variants including juvenile dinosaurs and more complex creation tools to embrace alongside new attractions. Couple this with new locations, and there's plenty to look forward to when it launches on October 21st for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Ninja Gaiden 4. One of the gold standards for incredible hack-and-slash action adventures, Ninja Gaiden is finally getting a new mainline title on October 21st for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Ninja Gaiden 4 follows Yakumo of the Raven clan as he ventures to the remains of Tokyo to slay the Dark Dragon. The Order isn't having it though, and neither is series mainstay Ryu Hayabusa, who's also playable, leading to some bloody battles. While possessing an array of armaments, Yakumo also has Blood Raven form to modify his attacks and even unleash bloodbath kills to maim several foes at once. Promising accessibility via hero mode and hardcore challenge courtesy of Master Ninja difficulty, Ninja Gaiden 4 could be the most epic title in the series yet. Kingmakers. What happens when modern soldiers are sent back in time to fight medieval battles containing hundreds of units? You get Kingmakers, with its unique mix of third-person shooting, extensive military equipment, and base building, launching on October 8th for PC. When you're not engaging in the battle, you can take an overhead view and command units. All this and co-op for up to 4 players? If nothing else, it looks like a fun bit of controlled chaos. Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. Nothing can stop a good merchant, especially one like Will, who ventures into dungeons to collect the wares himself. Moonlighter 2 directly follows the first game's events as you venture into the Endless Vault, collect valuable artifacts, and sell them in your store. The profits can be used to upgrade the town of Tresna, your own shop, and even equipment to delve deeper into the dungeons for more profitable finds. With a jump to full 3D and new mechanics, like using your own backpack as a weapon, there's plenty to look forward to when Moonlighter 2 launches in Steam Early Access on October 23rd. Double Dragon Revive. The classic side-scrolling beat-em-up franchise returns, courtesy of Arc System Works and UK's, when Double Dragon Revive launches on October 23rd for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. Alongside story mode with support for up to 4 playable characters, there's extra mode with more than 50 mission types and a uniquely separate story across multiple unlockable episodes. Between this and Absalom, it's a great month for beat-em-up fans. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. After botching Battle for Neighborville and Plants vs. Zombies 3, PopCap Games is going back to the drawing board. Or, more specifically, to the first garden in Plants vs. Zombies Replanted, an HD version of the tower defense that started it all. Fortunately, there's a lot to justify that $20 purchase, from a new hardcore mode to the more forgiving but still challenging Cloudy Day mode. You can even compete in local PvP as the zombies, or defend together in co-op. Replanted launches on October 23rd for Xbox One, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Nintendo Switch 1 and 2. Tormented Souls 2. The original Tormented Souls didn't push any boundaries, but for a title inspired by old-school Resident Evil, it wasn't half bad. Tormented Souls 2, out on October 23rd for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC, continues the story of Carolyn as she ventures to a mysterious yet sinister new location. While you'll be shifting between realities, solving puzzles, and fighting off new enemies, tank controls are still in effect, and you won't have unlimited saves, just like the survival horror games of yesteryears, but you can enable assist mode. Once Upon a Katamari. A new Katamari title that isn't a remaster? Somehow, it's true, as Once Upon a Katamari launches on October 24th for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, PC, and Nintendo Switch. The prince is once again tasked with fixing the sky after the king of all cosmos destroys it yet again. And this time, you're venturing through time, rolling up the Ice Age and other notable eras. With character customization, new tools, and Katamari Ball, a new 4-player competitive mode, the good times may indeed be ready to roll. Dispatch. What happens when Mecha Man no longer has his mech suit to fight crime? He does the next best thing, taking on a job as a superhero dispatcher. That's only the start of Robert Robertson's ordeals. However, as he works with ex-supervillains, dispatching them to different locations with unique consequences, between unlocking new abilities and managing their various personality quirks, Dispatch is a unique mix of narrative adventure and hero strategy with a strong cast. The first 2 episodes debut on October 22nd, followed by the next 2 on October 29th for PS5 and PC, with the final 4 out in November. Recreation. I'll admit to being somewhat disappointed with Bugbear's Wreckfest 2, which has seen several updates after launching in early access, but Recreation, developed by the team behind Dangerous Driving, could fill that void. It's out on October 28th for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and introduces the 400 square kilometer sandbox that is Mixworld, which you're free to build up and wreck alone or with others. With extensive customization tools and plenty to discover, it's an interesting proposition and hopefully one with a lot of staying power. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Have you ever wanted a definitive collection of all classic Mortal Kombat titles? Yes, even Mythologies, Sub-Zero, and Special Forces. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection could be the answer, as it contains Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4 trilogy, and much more with multiple versions, online play with rollback netcode, and instant access to all secret characters. You can explore the lore of the series and its characters, and learn more about the franchise's development courtesy of new creator interviews. Launching on October 30th for Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, PC, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2, it could very well be a must-buy for any fighting game fan. Hey, did you know that we at GamingBolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.